the power in this time.
Yep.
So it's like, what kind of Babylons you got going?
You talk about Ethiopia when you came up here. They're not the real Jews, right? Are you gonna have people? I'm gonna find that. Zephaniah 2:12. Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword.
Yeah, where's the blessing? I thought Ethiopia, if they were the children, they were to get enough blessings. Enough blessings. They ain't a blessing. They looks like they're blessed with death. Read it again.
That's right. That's right.
Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword.
Yeah, so that's completely that does not agree with them being the children of God.
Why do you think so many modern books try to say that the Ethiopians and
it's confusing. It's the reason why you got a bunch of guys in the land. You might as well bring Revelation 2 or bring Revelation 3 and 9.
Revelation chapter 3 and verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are
the synagogue of Satan. So those are the guys that are in the land now. But then the Bible already had their number. Go on.
Which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie.
Yeah, but do lie. So they're saying they're the Jews.
That's modern Israel.
Yeah. And those Ethiopians counting that. Why? Because those guys aren't the real Jews either. Let's go into this. You get 2 Kings, what is it? Like
17, 25.
Yeah. 25, 26. You gotta know.
24.
Because there's a good reason why. And it's historically recorded why these guys seem to believe that they're Jews.
17, 20.
I think 25, 26, 24.
24 told you about the Cushites and that's it.
Yeah, go on 24. Go on.
Right, 2 Kings 17 and 24. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon and from Kufa.
Yeah, Babylon, those Babylonians, those Cushites, those Ethiopians in the modern day. Go on.
And from Ava, and from Hamath, and from Sipharpamim.
So basically the king of Assyria grabbed a bunch of these guys up from their lands, go on.
And placed them in the cities of Samaria.
And placed them in the cities of Samaria. And Samaria, that's where the northern kingdom used to dwell. But now, this was during the time of what? The Assyrian conquest. That was basically like the northern kingdom. The Assyrian Empire came in, smashed them up and took them into captivity. Then he replaced them with a bunch of bubble-headed Hamites. In the modern day Ethiopians, but back then they're known as Cushites or Babylonians. They had a Babylonian empire. Go on.
Instead of the children of Israel.
Instead of the children of Israel. Go on.
And they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof.
Yeah, so they possessed it and they dwelt in the city thereof. That's why in the New Testament you go what? You had the story of the Good Samaritan. The reason that was of significance was because the Samaritans, basically, they were known as a bunch of heathens, man. That's why you had the Syrophoenician woman.
Yeah.
Well, they basically put differentiation between what were called the Jews, Judea, and the Samaritans. Because,
even the Lord himself, Yahweh Shai, who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ, he said, go not into the way of the Samaritans, right? He prophesied that and told the disciples, go not into the way of Samaria, because you have a bunch of heathens in there claiming to be the Lord's people. But really they're a bunch of Ethiopians, a bunch of Cushites. And they call themselves Jews, or Philossian Jews, which the word Philosshi means false. So really they're calling themselves false Jews.
What do they get out of calling themselves that? Do they get like...
They're basically trying to take prophecy. Okay, well go to Genesis 27?
They're trying to control the prophecy.
They're basically trying to slot themselves into prophecy. Because the thing is the line that the prophecy was put on went through what? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's where the blessing who it fell upon. The children of that line.
Aren't they cursing themselves by trying to steal
They're already cursed. They're already cursed. The thing is who they are originally. Well, bring Obadiah. Bring Obadiah. Because they're Edomites. Those guys that are calling themselves Jews now, they're from the line of Amalek, man. They're like the chief house of Esau, Edom. And then this is what the Bible has to say concerning Esau. And this is why they're trying to do anything they can to not hold on to that identity.
Right, this is...
Bring just them get to 18.
18, yeah. Obadiah, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame.
That's it. So the house of Jacob and Joseph, that's talking about the northern and southern kingdom. Because the northern kingdom is like the sons of Joseph, who were Ephraim and Manasseh. And Ephraim was the head of the northern kingdom after the split, after the time of like Rehoboam, and then what Jacob, that's talking about Judah, Benjamin, Levi. So basically them coming back together, and then when Israel and the kingdom of Israel and Judah come back together, that's when we're going to be able to get one over the so-called white man, which is what you see happening. It goes into it in Amos 9 as well. Yep. Go on.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
House of Esau for stubble. That kindled for fire. Go on.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
So this is the prophecy that's associated with Esau. He's basically going to come to an end and no longer exist. And this is what they're trying to run from. Because, okay, now go to Genesis 27.
Precept.
So,
Oh, you got precept? Okay, go on.
It says Amos 9 and 11. In that day,
Okay, hold that. Let me make the point. That's
so
yeah. What from nah, just it's like 37? Oh no, okay, yeah. Yeah, 27.
Genesis 27 and 27. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which the Lord hath blessed.
So that's basically like, this is basically during the time of Isaac and Rebecca and Jacob and Esau. They were the two sons. Now Esau was the firstborn son, but if you go to Genesis 25, there was a prophecy that was made of Rebecca before she gave birth, that basically the older shall serve the younger. So then the Lord basically set up the spirit where Esau, usually, you know, the firstborn son will get a blessing, they'll get some full inheritance. And that's how it's like, if you have, even with like during the dark age, like throne will fall to the firstborn son. That's how inheritance works. So he basically gets all of what substance basically inherited from his father. So basically the Lord switched it where it's like the younger got the blessing. And this is like, Jacob basically hoodwinked Esau out. Because Esau, he was hungry one day and he wanted to eat, and he said, okay, sell me your blessing, your birthright, and I'll feed you. And then he did, but it was set up in the spirit. God, this is what the blessing you got.
Verse 28. Therefore Yahweh give thee of the dew of heaven,
The dew of heaven,
and the fatness of the earth.
the fatness of the earth. So that's rulership over that whole globe. This is what Esau's trying to chase, God.
And plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee.
So this is basically the blessing that was given unto Israel, to Jacob, the children of Israel. That's why it's like, if you can take that identity and actually become one, which isn't possible, obviously, but that's what they're attempting to do. That's why they're trying to call themselves Jews. They're trying to obtain that blessing, having people bowing down, having all that goodly things of the earth, having rulership over the globe, God.
Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee.
Yeah, that's it. So basically, be Lord over thy brethren, which is the so-called white man Esau, and let his mother's son bow down to thee. So it's like, for the blessing that Jacob got was have the brother bow down. That's why he's trying to take that identity. Because we're his brother, he's the evil twin, and we're that righteous, goodly twin. He's basically trying to make us have to bow down unto him. But the Lord already had it set up in the spirit, but that's not going to work. That's why it's like he's tried it as Esau, because the thing, well, go on.
It says, cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blessed thee.
Yeah, so it's like even with cursing, you can't even be cursed against it. The Lord made it where it's like even if a guy tries to come against you, curse you, that's going to rebound on them. They might curse you, that bless you in the long run.
It's happened in numbers.
Yeah, where he tried to, there was a situation in Numbers where basically a Moabite, a wicked Moabite king was basically trying to get one of his priests to put a curse on Israel. And all he could do, every time he tried to curse him, all he could do was bless them. Then he rebounded and put the curse on the wicked Moabite king. That's the power basically that they're trying to take upon themselves. That's why they're in the land. They're in that land. These guys have been in an endless war with them so-called Palestinians since they've been there. they like all they've had from there is war and all kinds of bad times. But they're basically just trying to force the prophecies upon themselves. Now let me get the okay, and then the thing is Esau got a blessing as well. Yeah, go on.
Verse 40, and by thy sword.
Well, go above it, one verse above that.
Alright. And Isaac.
It's basically like if you read, I want to read the whole thing. If you read down, then basically Jacob, after he got the blessing, Esau came back and he found out, oh, he had his blessing stolen. So he basically begged his dad with tears in his eyes for a blessing. And this is the one that he got.
Psalm 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father.
So this is when Esau basically trying to get the blessing like upon his own name. This is the only way he could get.
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above.
So he's going to get the globe as well.
And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother.
That's it, by thy sword thou shalt thou live. That's why the so-called white man, how is he ruled? Force, military force. You go back to any rulership the so-called white man had, you go back to the Greeks, they, through military might, they took down what the Persians were seen as an unstoppable army at the time. The Romans is the same thing. Their military formations, I think throughout the whole Dark Ages, Roman military tactics, even in the modern day, they still use a lot of Roman military tactics. Those are seen as the pinnacle. And if you go into what Daniel chapter 7, the beast, it says what? It's like those had what iron teeth.
Yeah.
That's the great weaponry that the so-called white man has. That's why it's that sword. It's how he's been blessed. Because you see what? Nuclear weapons. You go to the Middle East, them guys that are them insurgents over in Afghanistan, in Iraq. These guys have AKs from Soviet era AK. The AK was made in 1947. That's an old ass gun. It's a good gun, but Esau's going over there with the cutting edge military technology. He's able to do drone strikes with an Xbox controller. That's that's what he's dealing with. So he's that blessing, is that sword. That's why he excels beyond any other nation. You got the Chinese doing military development and the Indians, but who's that excels? The Russians, America, Germany, so-called white nations. Gone.
And by thy sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass.
And shall serve thy brother. So he's still in slavery. So it's basically he's not been able to subvert the blessing that was given to Jacob the Khan.
And it shall come to pass, where thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
So basically, for him to get the rule, the only way is for him to break off the yoke. Basically, is him to break the yoke off basically put Jacob into slavery instead of himself. That's why the transatlantic slave trade happened. And that's why he basically, through the process of time, through the transatlantic slave trade, he beat our identity out of us and then had his own people take it up with him. Because he was basically trying to run the feeble blessed ego and then take the eternal.
Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Yeah, that's it. And that hatred, that's a big part of why he went through this as well. Because imagine, originally we were brothers, but this guy said what he hated him, blessing. And that, well, you can hold Amos, go on, keep reading.
And it says, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Yeah, that's it. So because of the blessing, he went to slay his brother Jacob. And that hatred, that hasn't wasted away. That's the reason why these guys are basically, now the thing is they're basically trying to construct a kind of world where it's like, they can say, oh, they're basically firming themselves in that identity because of the Holocaust. Basically, Hitler was going up, gassing up 6 million Jews, which is completely false. Because you can't, how are you going to, 6 million bodies, 6 million, you know how ridiculous of an amount that is. Yeah, if you even speak against that, that's why you got what, the Labour anti-Semitism around. What's his name, man? Yeah, well, Corbyn, even before him, it was what Ken Livingstone. He was saying, look, he said Hitler was a Zionist, which is true.
Yeah.
He sent the
Yeah, exactly. He was that because Hitler was an illegitimate son of the Rothschilds, so he was a Jew himself, off the books. Yeah. Yeah.
Amos chapter 1 and verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4.
And Edom is another name for Esau. It means red because of, he didn't have, basically Esau didn't have melanin in his skin. That's why you get the see-through skin, and it's like the blood shows through, so it's red.
I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword,
Pursue his brother with a sword, yeah.
and did cast off all pity.
And cast off all pity. And if you go back to just after it's like what? It's either in Numbers or in Exodus, man. I think it's in Exodus. When like basically the first nation that that came against Israel when they left from Egypt as a nation, it was what? It was the Amalekites. Esau, the so-called white man. So he was all the brotherly covenant which we were meant to have with brothers. That got thrown out the window. Because the first thing he did as soon as we came out, he tried to take us out. But then the Lord basically prepared a judgment for that guy.
Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually.
And his anger did tear perpetually, so his hatred is without end. That's why to this day, because this is thousands of years ago, but still to this day, they're still working forces against us. It's like you go into, a lot of the things that are fucking up the ghetto, basically like who controls the monetary situation within the ghetto? The guys running the monetary system are so-called Jews.
banksters.
It's what all the Hollywood industry that basically pushes out those negative black stereotypes. Who's it owned by? Jews. The porn industry. You got a bunch. You had a porn video of some white guy fucking out a black bitch and saying, "Pray for black Jesus to save you." Yeah, go on.
Psalm 73 and verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
Yeah, that's it. So this so-called white man, he's receiving prosperity, man. He's able to prosper. But our people were under the curses, so we're all messed up. That's why you can tell it doesn't fit these so-called Jews. If these guys were the real Jews, they wouldn't be able to own a diamond. You got the fucking hip-hop industry, man. That's pure so-called black people running it. But all the guys at the top, you go to any of them rooms where they're doing the deals, a bunch of old Jews. Yeah, managing all these guys, a bunch of old white guys, man. Them so-called black people, the hip-hop industry is meant to be the blackest thing ever. That's run by complete other people. So that shows these guys are not lined up with the Bible at all.
Verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men.
They're not in trouble as other men. That's why it's like what? If you're owning the diamond district, are you in trouble? Realistically, these guys are in their own land. They're able to go over there, they're able to like smash their head on the Wailing Wall as much as they like. They're not really in trouble. Them guys have a lot of money, man. They're good. They get what? You got Stamford Hill down there.
Oh, man.
These guys have got basically a whole district to themselves.
Their own ambulance.
They got their own ambulance. Yeah, they got own
And police force.
Police
They have their own
own
police.
everything.
Mansions.
That's not in trouble as other. You got the Jake police force. They've been getting messed up. They've been getting smashed up and shot up by the police.
Even if you go to a Jewish school, they have their own security for the school as well.
I've worked in one. I see it.
Have they made a deal with the devil, would you say, in a way? Like Jason Martin?
Yeah, well, essentially it's like through the power of Satan. That's how they're prospering.
So they're the embodiment of the devil in a way on earth.
Yeah, they are.
I'm not trying to be controversial.
No, but it's essentially what the devil means, what deceiving. And that's what these guys are doing out there, deceiving the earth.
Neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them as a chain, and violence covereth them as a garment.
Yeah, pride compasses them as a chain. These guys got the ultimate pride, man. You see, it's like you even watch, if you watch like the elites, the Rothschilds, I think it was the wife of Evelyn, I think it's ex-wife now, Evelyn Rothschild. She was saying, they were talking about like British aristocracy and saying, we're not British, we're Jews. They make a separation and they have pride in basically esteeming themselves as different.
their eyes stand out with fatness.
Well, he said what? They cover themselves in violence. That's even for you go to Israel, the IDF. I think it's essential. It's like basically, it's funny because you mentioned about all these Ethiopians. Them guys from Ethiopia and them guys from the islands as well that go over to the to Israel and try and claim to be part of Israel. They're forced to do like 3 years, I believe, either 2 or 3 years of military service to even be allowed in there. So these guys are based, and the thing is that the reason they're so military, I think everyone has to do military service.
Yeah.
It's like at least a year. I think for women it's 2 years.